Good afternoon, everyone. I am James the Weatherman. Welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the severe risk for today that includes Oklahoma City, Tulsa, Wichita, Kansas. That's a little, yeah, Springfield, Missouri, Norman, Oklahoma. We're looking at a severe outbreak. I wouldn't say an outbreak. Because there's not going to be storms in all these locations. We'll get right into the explanation of this going on right now. Tornadic supercells capable of dangerous tornadoes, extreme hail are expected to develop from northwest Texas. Currently, where there's storms already being popping up on satellites. Texas, northwest Texas into much of southwest and southern Oklahoma through evening. A similar threat is expected to develop with rapidly changing conditions this evening from northern Oklahoma into southern Kansas. Currently, we're looking at the summary of this is an outbreak of severe thunderstorms is possible from late afternoon. A few long-lived supercells capable of intense tornadoes may occur. The key word right there, may occur. Giant hail and destructive wind gusts are also expected. They will not be upgrading this to a high risk as it's not going to be like a regional, like a big outbreak. When a storm does develop, it will likely be long tracked and significant, possibly intense. And we could see wherever the storm does develop within likely the Oklahoma area, we could see softball-sized hail and hurricane force winds. So the moderate severe risk will remain in that Oklahoma area. The enhanced risk over Texas through midnight, with the potential of severe storms rapidly growing to supercells initiating east, approaching the dry line that will be coming through. Large hail in excess of several inches and 80 miles per hour downburst winds as well as risks for tornadoes. Still expected to stay pretty dry until the storms start coming in. We will look at the satellite in a few minutes. But like I said, significant severe weather is possible late this afternoon, this evening. But there are also potential complications. And this is the reason why they are not upgrading it to a high risk. As far as tornado potentials, the 0 to 1 kilometer shear is not terribly strong until after 0Z, so 6 between 5 and 7 p.m. when the low level jet increases, therefore increases the low level shear vector. But surface base then will be increasing then as well, so will there be any surface based storms utilize this low level shear. Like I said, it's not going to be a regional outbreak. It's going to be wherever these storms decide to develop. There's enough instability in shear to cause these storms to be long-lived, strong to intense. Although there are uncertainties and factors that complicate this forecast, we will be watching these closely today. The instability shear perimeter space that will exist over the area will keep the potential for significant severe thunderstorms, including large hail and strong tornadoes, if things come together right. So we encourage you that's watching to stay up to date with the weather in your area. If you are in Oklahoma, you need to stay very aware. Mesoscale discussion was put out for a PDS tornado watch likely to be issued within the next couple hours. We've had several of these this year. As you can see in the picture, increasing moisture is coming from the south as um, this line moves to the east, and the corner point is going to be right in the Oklahoma. If you can see my south of this warm front will be likely where you'll see very intense, um, strong to intense tornadoes. But anywhere where a tornado or a strong storm develop is very concerning. Now we will look at the satellite. We're going to look over Oklahoma. This is the Oklahoma satellite. See the storms. See some things popping up down in northwest, north central Texas. We go northeast Texas as well. You can see those popping up. Now, where there is currently a tornado watch in this area, you can. I don't believe there is any tornadoes currently at this moment. Tornado warnings, but there are quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings for Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri. We have a few in Georgia and Pennsylvania and Florida. So I expect to see wherever the storms can, or wherever the environment's favor and the storms can beat that cap, because most areas in this location, I notice temperatures are favorable, but there's some capping that will limit storm development. Good afternoon, Heather, Layla, everybody that tuned in. Appreciate you all tuning in. I will not be live for this entirety. I'm coming in to tell you that your National Weather Service, local, probably National Weather Service in Norman, will be able to give you the best um, information. I would not go off of YouTube or television for your information today. Today is not going to be a widespread tornado outbreak. A lot of you guys are going to see hail and damaging winds. Throughout this period. Now, don't favor, or when you look at the Storm Prediction Center, go back. This is something that a lot of people don't explain. Today, do not favor moderate risk, enhanced risk, slight risk. You could see if a storm develops in the environment of a slight risk, you could see a strong tornado likely. If a storm develops to, because they're all going to be pretty intense because the environment is very favorable. But if we look at the HRRR, you notice that this is going to be very isolated. It's not going to be a regional outbreak, but wherever a storm becomes and gets born, basically, you will likely see at least golf ball size hail, damaging winds, and possibly strong to an intense, and long track tornado. Now, I've been looking at today, I've been looking at the energy. This is through Pivotal Weather. Been keeping an eye on this. So at any given point, this time frame is between 5 and 10 p.m. Central Daylight Time. You can actually see it on this right up here. I don't know if you can see that. You should be able to see it. It says 7 p.m. This is just a model. This is not what the radar is going to look like. I don't even give it a % chance that the composite reflectivity of this right here is going to look like this. But you just kind of get in the range that, western Oklahoma is going to start seeing storms. There is a lot of energy. But you can see there's some cap and inversion. There's a weird looking hodograph. Another thing I like looking at is just going through. You can see 5 p.m. This is looking at the hodographs. These are concerning hodographs. But if a storm doesn't develop there, thank God. School National Service. They issue a tornado watch for them. So this likely is the PDS one. But right here, strong long track tornadoes in any risk area, like I was saying earlier. Don't look at the colors. Don't look if you're in a moderate risk or an enhanced risk, slight risk. You have 80 plus mile per hour wind speeds. That's hurricane strength. Up to softball size hail, 4 inches. All severe hazards. And this frame they made this morning, that's 8 to 9 or 8:09 a.m. It's the time frame. This is at 8:16. They made this at 8:16 a.m. So this time frame is still kind of on track. Within the next hour, you can see them in these areas. We already see that there is severe thunderstorm warnings already moving into the Oklahoma area and the northern part of Texas. Go back to the Storm Prediction Center. Probably, maybe, yep. PDS Tornado Watch. High tornado, high EF2 or greater. This is currently in effect from now until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. This is a particularly dangerous situation. Several tornadoes and a few intense tornadoes likely. Widespread large hail, scattered very large hail events to 5 inches in diameter likely. So an inch more than what I just said. 5 inches. Scattered damaging winds and isolated significant gusts 280 miles per hour likely. Intense supercell thunderstorms development. Risk for strong, long-track tornadoes will exist in addition to giant hail, possibly up to 5 inches in diameter. Damaging thunderstorm wind gusts in excess of 75 miles per hour can also be expected. This is the tornado watch area. This is the PDS until 11 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I do expect that they're going to issue another tornado watch further into the night. It will be long after dark, but there's already storms popping up. Well, they've been ongoing, moving into the Oklahoma area and into this tornado watch that they just issued for south central Kansas, western and central Oklahoma, extreme north central Texas. Probability of 2 or more tornadoes is high, 90%. Probability of 1 or more strong EF2 to EF5 tornadoes is 80%. And then probability of 10 or more severe wind events of 65 knots, 60%. Probability of 1 or more hailstones in greater than 2 inches, 80%. Probability of 6 or more combined severe hail wind event, basically 100%. It's greater than 95%. We already have severe thunderstorm warnings already being issued. Switch over to the radar. Actually, we do have a tornado warning. That's just south of Seymour, Texas. This tornado warning is for southeastern Baylor County and northern Texas. At 3:34 p.m., a severe thunderstorm capable of producing a tornado was located at 11 miles east of Millers Creek Reservoir, moving east at 25 miles per hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter are possible. Look at the base velocity. You could see some rotation, red and green going at each other. We do have the NROT is as well showing this is south of Seymour. Not looking to be over any cities currently. Let's look at the echo tops on this. Echo tops are looking at close to 60,000 feet. So likely producing large hail. There's a report of inch-sized hail 5 miles southeast of Seymour in Baylor County, Texas. This was reported by a storm chaser. Let's just take a quick glance at the storm itself. Can you see that on... I don't see it picking up. Come on. We'll get this in a second. You'll be able to see it. Do that. There, can you guys see it now? Should be able to. You guys can see it. Type something in chat. Say, tell me you can see it. This is a 3D image of the storm that is moving east. Can everybody see it? Okay. Then we're gonna watch these storms as they move into Oklahoma. We have another tornado warning. Callahan. This is south of Abilene. This is a wide, but tornado and tennis ball size hail. This is located near Bradshaw, moving southeast at 25 miles per hour. So Goldsboro, Lawn, Novus, Silver Valley. Get in your safe space. If you do know of anyone in that area, or if you are watching and you're close to this area, be prepared to get into your safe space. You can look at base velocity again on that, and yes, you do say rotation on green and red. When it's near each other, it means there's rotation in that area. Simply explaining, like I said, Goldsboro, Novus, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Silver Valley, if you're in those areas. I know the storm is more north of Silver Valley and Novus. Still be in, still get prepared to be in your safe spots. As the storm is moving at 25 miles per hour. It's moving southeast. Now you have a storm that's north, or that's going right over Stamford. That's north of Abilene. This severe thunderstorm warning is moving northeast at 35 miles per hour near Tuxedo or 10 miles west of Avoca. Quarter-size hail, 6-mile-per-hour winds. Once we get into the environment up here, I expect to see more intense severe thunderstorm warnings. We have this one up near south of Odell, moving northeast at 40 miles per hour. Ping pong ball size hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. I see more of these, and likely larger hail, up to 5 inches diameter. But we will continue. I'm going to continue watching both of these. Be near Lawn, 3:45 p.m. That's currently, it's already going over Lawn. Radar is detecting inch-size hail in Novus, 3:55. This tornadic thunderstorm includes Goldsboro and Lake Coleman. It is Memorial Day weekend, so if you are out on the lake, or if you know somebody that's on the lake, be aware. Definitely in this area. Be prepared. Know where shelter is. Know what to do. If you have friends, family People in this location know what to do. But really remember that this is not going to be widespread. It's where a storm develops. It's not going to be like the derecho that went through Kansas or Iowa, where we had tons and tons of storms that were just producing tornadoes after tornadoes after tornadoes. This is going to be, yeah, it's going to be an outbreak, not lessening the chance or lessening the fear, or not even actually putting any fear out there, but I'm not lessening that there is going to be severe weather. A good percent of you guys in Oklahoma, Kansas, anywhere in this tornado watched area, good percent of you guys are going to at least see or have the impacts of wind. At least you're going to have the impacts of wind. That is a for sure thing. You may not even see a drop of rain, but you'll at least see, or at least have the impacts of wind. Any any questions that you may have, please feel free to ask. Should be updating soon. The next run. So at this run, we're looking. This run is already not fully telling us that, because there's already storms developed, right? And it's almost 4 p.m. and there's storms down here that's already developed that are moving into the Oklahoma area. Here's the new yeah, it doesn't show storms develop until about 7, between 6 p.m. and 7. Layla, being scared, don't be scared. Not too many. Go back runs. This one's picking up something. This run right here, 12Z run, is picking up that storms were gonna start developing at 5 p.m. I would say we're a little ahead of schedule, if you ask me. There's already been multiple wind reports. Almost every state this year has seen a tornado. I think Idaho hasn't seen one. The temperatures are running from 90, 89, 90 degrees. Wichita, Childress, 95 Fahrenheit. Graham, Dew Point, 76. Wichita, 74. Yeah. Or was that yesterday or the day before? Yeah, it was yesterday. If you're talking about North Dakota, there was rain, snow, and a tornado. You see another something towering cloud. So again, I think the HRRR is running a little bit behind. It is now running the 20Z, so that is kind of good. Everybody in here, has your state seen a tornado yet? There's been many. I'm pretty sure California has seen a tornado this year. Tornado. We are at, as of May 21st, we were at 859. I think we're probably close to 900. Last time I was this active was in 2000. At this time, or at May 21st, 2019, it was 803 tornadoes. 2017, 870. And then 2011, 1,440. We will not beat 1,440 by the end of May. But we are well above average. Average tornadoes through May 21st is 645. We are well above average. And the United States has seen over or close to 2 dozen fatalities. There's been 3 EF4 tornadoes this year. Oklahoma, 2 in Oklahoma, and the recent one, Greenfield, Iowa. I'm not talking about like past, I'm saying just this year. A good percent of the United States has seen a tornado. This is a different year. This is not like any other year. It's a well different year. Confirmed tornado down here. Confirmed tornado was located near Goldsboro. Moving southeast. Tennis ball size hail. We might have a debris signature back a little bit. Yeah, maybe. A debris signature. Just lofting debris. So if you're, like I said, if you're in a tornado watched area or a severe thunderstorm watched area, be weather aware. Because at any given moment, okay, 4. Watch your radar. If you're in this area, you know anybody in this area, let them know. Stay watching your local news networks and your National Weather Service. Another key thing is, another key thing is Twitter. There's a lot of your National Weather Service will post on Twitter. So currently we have one confirmed tornado and then one tornado warning in Pennsylvania. And then a bunch of severe thunderstorms. So a train spotter reported 5 miles south-southwest lawn. A tornado on ground reported by train spotter on FM 1770 and FM 382 looking north 1 to 2 miles. Visible dirt and dust kicking up from the base. curious on if this is something that is wanting to, but again, this was just urgent info about the severe weather outbreak. Um, that's gonna be in any given location within this tornado watch. It's not gonna be a regional. You're not gonna have a big line of storms coming through with regional wind. Um, and everybody's gonna get rain. No, not everybody's getting rain. Not everybody will see a tornado. But I can say that expect some wind at least from the fronts that they're gonna be moving through. Expect some wind at least from that. Um, but if a storm can break through the cap in your area or in an area, expect to see a strong, possibly strong to intense storm. Do we see anything on satellite with this one? Yeah, this is a storm. This is that storm that we seen on satellite that was towering. Must be something limiting it from exploding. New severe thunderstorm warning issued for northeastern Jackson, central Kiowa, and northwestern Tillman. Ping pong ball size hail, 6 mile per hour wind gusts. This is something that I would really keep an eye on actually if this can something's limiting. Let me look at the surface analyst of that. If there's something limiting. If something's limiting that. No, nothing should be limiting. Why? I don't know why that is. That same storm moving east at 30 miles per hour near Marigel, tornado tennis ball size hail. Probably just radar indicated. I'd keep an eye on this. If you guys love radar watching, Mangum, between Mangum and Willow, keep an eye on that. This is a bunch of rain, wind, some hail. Anything that can stay isolated is a pretty big threat. Very big threat. But I hope everybody stays. We do have a tornado warning in Oklahoma. Right here. 6 miles east of Fargo, Oklahoma. Moving northeast at 30 miles per hour. Tornado and hail up to 2 inches in diameter. Kind of just was a quick spin. See that. That's gonna be rain wrap. So if you're in Frederick, Burt, um, you have a potential tornadic supercell coming that is rain wrapped. Anywhere south of Snyder and north of Davidson, including Hollister, heading northeast towards Lawton. But I am going to head off here. I want you to stay tuned to your National Weather Service, very importantly, and your local news, as they know more than anybody on the interweb knows. Um, Stay safe. Praying for you. Um, let's let's hope that if we do have an intense tornado, the word gets out there. It's gonna. This is. I'm sure probably every Oklahoman, what they call Oklahomaners, know that there's severe weather coming today. And I hope has watched the video from the National Weather Service in Norman. He explained it very well. But I would keep an eye on this storm right here. And this storm. And then yeah, this storm that's gonna go right over. Well, It's gonna go north of the radar site. But for sure, thank you, Northern. For sure, keep an eye on this. And anything that's disconnected from this, I would keep an eye on this as this is fluctuated. This one not that is warning was any questions before I head off? Make sure you guys stay tuned. Your local National Weather Service. Like I said, keep an eye on this storm right here that's north of Mangum. All this stuff it's already connected. You're gonna see some spin ups like you did right over Frederick. Um, and stay weather aware, as that's the most important. Like I said earlier, not everybody's gonna see rain. Not everybody's gonna see a storm. Um, but when there is a storm that develops, it could possibly become an intense storm that produces an intense long track tornado, hail up to 5 inches in diameter, and hurricane force winds of up to 80 miles per hour possible. I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you for the likes. Um, and I hope you all stay safe and have a good rest of your Memorial Day weekend. Don't celebrate it because of a holiday or you're off school or off work. Celebrate it because of the people that lost their lives to keep us free. Stay weather aware. Thank you.